with some questions. We'll start out with Ryan Thorburn from the Register Guard.
Jordan, when you first stepped on the field here, was it pretty much the exact same playbook that you already knew from Boise State because of Andy, or did it feel different, like you were actually joining a completely different team?
I'd say it was a little different, different verbiage, obviously, and techniques and stuff. But I mean, obviously, it was kind of a carryover with the scheme, like the overall kind of basics of things carried over and whatnot. But I'd say the biggest thing was just different verbiage and like term usage, and then just how they played things and the techniques were a little bit different.
AJ Jacobson from Rivals.
Jordan, I was wondering how quickly you were up to full speed, because we heard things from the coaches saying that, wow, you learned the playbook so quickly. How did you feel you did and getting up to speed?
I'd say it happened pretty fast. I mean, obviously it was a little change of pace with stuff with obviously, we were shut down in Boise too before I came here. So when I got here, we jumped kind of right into fall camp. So I'd say I got the speed things pretty quickly though.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
I know you went to Boise State, but you're from the Portland area, Jordan. Coming to Oregon, was that always a dream, or kind of was this a school you always kind of thought it'd be fun to play? I just given your proximity to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, growing up here in Oregon, obviously, I saw like the tradition of Oregon and the history that they had and stuff, and a lot of success in my time here. So, I mean, obviously, ever since I was in high school, I always dreamed of being a Duck, and I'm just glad to be here now.
Kevin Wade, 247 Sports.
Hey, Jordan, was just curious, how did the transfer to Oregon come about, and like how did you settle on Oregon, and were there other schools that you were considering, or was it mostly just Oregon?
I'd say it all happened pretty fast, obviously. But I'd say as soon as Oregon pretty much came about, there were some other schools I talked to a little bit and just kind of like got to the basic stuff with. But I'd say as soon as Oregon came about and stuff, got on the phone with some of the coaches, and it was pretty much just a done deal from there.
Ashley Young, NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Jordan, quick flashback to 2017. How did it feel to get that interception against Oregon and Justin Herbert in the Las Vegas Bowl?
It was great. I mean, yeah, it was a while ago, but it was great. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here now. Obviously, I played against Justin back in high school too, so I've had some times with him though.
Kate Rogerson, KZI.
Jordan, just curious what it was like going through the process this weekend when you guys were shut down, and kind of your mindset and worrying about the whole COVID protocols.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, things are going to happen. They have a great protocol set in here. We're just going to keep following it because it's been great so far.
AJ Jacobson, Rivals.
Jordan, you've seen a few coaches in your day, so give us your impressions of Coach Heyward and what you're getting out of him as a coach.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Heyward's been great so far. I mean, obviously, he's have a crazy mind on the football field, but I'd say the biggest thing is, aside from him being a fantastic coach, he's an even better person. I mean, obviously, I've only known him for a month or so, but I mean, honestly, I feel like he's someone I can trust with all kinds of things I can go to if it's about football or not. But in terms of like football stuff, he's been great. Outside of football, even better too.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
Coach Avalos was saying you have familiarity and some experience playing nickel. I also said that field safety would be an area you'd be working at. Is there a spot you're playing primarily? Is it a mix between the two, and kind of what's your comfort zone with both?
I'd say it's been a mix between the two. Obviously, with the familiarity with the defense, I know both spots, and but I've been going back and forth, just working between the two.
James Kurbia, the Oregonian.
Jordan, how do you approach this year as both a grad transfer, but knowing that the eligibility clock is paused? It's a short season. You could come back if you wanted, or for that matter, I suppose you could go somewhere else if you really want. But how do you approach it mentally, knowing that it's going to be a short season, but you also have another year if you wanted to use it?
Just making the most of what we have. Obviously, it's a shortened season, but yeah, we still have another year of eligibility left after that, so I plan on coming back for that one too.
AJ Jacobson, Rivals.
Jordan, you're a veteran guy, so I was just wondering, has anyone taken you under their wing, or are you just such a veteran, no one needs to take you under their wing?
No, I'd say everyone has here. I don't think anyone like one particular person, but I'd say this the entire team has. Obviously, the safety room has been incredible. The guys in there, the players and coaches as well, the GAs, all the coaches. Obviously, I'm with the defense more than the offense, but I'd say everyone's done a great job, just kind of showing me how things work here.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
This unit was expected, and I still think is expected to be one of the best nationally. I'm talking about the secondary. What's it been like just being around the level of talent that's here? I'm not trying to say anything negative about Boise State, but I know that there's the expectation a lot of the guys in the secondary are going to be NFL caliber guys and high draft picks. What's it kind of been like being around those type of talent?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, they lost a lot of talented guys to the NFL this past season and whatnot, but I don't think there's any drop off in terms of the guys that are in that room. Honestly, I think they're going to they're going to start off right where they left off at, and think it's going to be a hell of a season for that group.
Back to James, the Oregonian.
What's the competition like between yourself and Bennett Williams, another transfer who came in and also had D1 experience elsewhere?
I'd say there's competition between everyone in there. Each day we just try to be our best and just let it go from there.
It looks like all we have for you, Jordan. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.